Gunta, throw Kibo as hard as you can. Use that robot like a battering ram. Who are you calling a battering ram? Gunta, throw Kibo. Got it. Then I'll help too. No, just wait a second. You don't need to team up now. Holy shit, they really fucking threw. What the hell is wrong with you all? By the way, Miyu, how are you able to get away from Gunta? Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon. And let's just leave it at that. Secret woman weapon? Hey, what's a secret woman weapon? Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet. Since that's the case, can we assume no one was in the gym or pool at nighttime? Well, at the very least, no one alive. But if you remember anything, be sure to tell Suichi, okay? He's my sidekick, you know? He's pretty good. You've left her completely dumbfounded. Alrighty, let's freaking get into it, baby. Clash trial in session. And now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the clash trial. During the clash trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for whodunnit. Vote correctly and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is.
Let's combine our powers and work together, everyone.
The person who's the most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hi-ya! I'm in top form today.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you. Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious. Yeah? Hey, Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atu is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all. Screw Atua, that guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko. But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious. Ryoma did die during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick. And she also refuses to tell us how she done it, so it makes her even more suspicious. Though, that's honestly just on the account of the fact of her innocent nature, that she truly believes she's like a mage, a wizard. No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic. That's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit. Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession. Stop it! There's no way any of that is true.
It's true though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. You don't need to reveal your trick now. Then we'll vote for you as the culprit. Stop picking on Himiko! A cute, tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone! I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I expected, the others suspect Himiko, but I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me.
Atsuo has blessed me with an epiphany! The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo on Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out, and the tank above Ryoma was pouring piranhas out. Ah! He was eaten alive! Damn it, I missed it. Soichigayo, no! He was drowned! No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning. So wasn't the piranhas then? He was drowned? Oh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me. You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male!
So what? Ryoma drowned. Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone. Exactly, you could hold your breath for a minute. There's no way he was alive during the show. He was killed beforehand. If that is the case, then when did he drown? When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started. Soka! Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. I agree. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he had no movements whatsoever. Yes, by that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead. Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank? Hidden? Where? Because Gonta didn't see him. The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank and then show it during the act. Easier said than done! Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid a body? Oh wait, Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick. Himiko, why don't you just explain it to us already? 'Cause it's magic. You know, maybe it really was Shut up. Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars. Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all the worse than a drunk dad's ramblings. We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house. wait a minute, what? It's okay that my dad kind of like gets drunk and beats all the kids and beats his wife because, you know, you just gotta let him vent. He is the man of the house. Sumiki kind of brazy. She seems a little like submissive, you know what I mean? Well, I don't want to say like submissive, but like, how are you just gonna let someone like be an asshole? Like, stand up for yourself. But, you know, I guess that's just the life she lives. Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden. But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act. I mean, literally everyone has context clues this already, so we used the Blues Clues to figure out how Himiko didn't commit murder.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick.
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. 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 Magic.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curse is really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. How did Himiko escape from the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
No, definitely would have noticed. Perhaps there was some kind of mechanism on the stage. The culprit, the curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious. What about the square glass pane we found in the tank? Maybe there was a secret hatch. Soria Sansera! Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on the tank. So I see. So I did have one. That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape. God dang it, Tenko! Would you please? I'm literally trying to convince everyone that it wasn't magic. Please, drop the fucking act. It wasn't magic. I'm sorry. I love Himiko as much as you, but goddamn, it was not magic. No, your logic is wrong, Suichi. Huh? What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
Nah! I'll smash your face in with my fists of hot burning steel! The side, wait, I forget how to fucking do this. The side of Himiko's escape. She didn't use the escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now I'm gonna punch you. Wait a sec, before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't? Because she was in the hatch in the tank. Dude, it's so hard to read these while you're killing them. There would have been water. Soichigayo! There was water behind the stairs. There was literally a freaking hinged door on the stairs. Come on, people. Did you even inspect the freaking room? There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was up against the panel, so that way it would cover most of the water. The only puddle that appeared was probably when she jumped out with wet clothes, so. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch, meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase. Inside staircase? His body was in stairs? Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. Yeah, she just looped out. She would. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how did you get out of the staircase?
There was a hinged. Come on, people. Come on. Yeah, it was hinged. The staircase also had an escape hatch, the one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase. In which case, a person could easily exit and leave water inside the staircase. However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left, and there was. That would explain
why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out of the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over? Bitch, caught you soaking wet and red-handed. Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye. But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Behold the magnificent underwater escape.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course, that's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes. Oh, it said the same thing. She changed her uniform. Sulka! It's because she changed her uniform. Brandy and beverage. The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
Nah.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Nah.
Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet because her body repels water.
Huh? Like a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give up already. Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both had mechanisms. So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them because I used my magic. Again with this magic crap? Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
And that took us about 17 minutes, so a little bit faster than I thought we would, but yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? I was figuring it was going to take us like a half an hour to explain the trick, but it's like, guys, come on, clearly. From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase. But that's where Himiko would escape from, right? So Himiko went in the stairs with a body? What kind of kinky shit is she into? That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for two people to fit in there.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
No, it'd be really hard to. She'd have to be able to be strong enough to hoist a body while she's like floating in the tank. There's no way she could have done it. Or maybe, I guess not no way, but I don't trust Himiko's strength, so even if it's Ryoma's body.
At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
But also, keep in mind, Gunta did not see a body when Himiko had already left the tank. If they did a switcheroo, remember, Gunta actually has Himiko's alibi. I shouldn't say alibi, but like how she couldn't have committed the murder. Because if you think, Gunta, when he ran up on stage before the trick had ended, no one was in the tank. Thus indicating that Himiko was either in the stairs together with Ryoma, which we've already deduced could not have been possible, or Ryoma came from somewhere else, and it wasn't Himiko's doing. There you go, baby!
That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
So actually, Gunta really did save Himiko's life in this.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that!
What?
I don't care what anyone else says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd just rather die. So until his body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko. But we have evidence that disproves it! Gunta's account! Gunta's account!
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body was Himiko herself. When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body, hidden in the staircase, and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw it? No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with the curtain. Oh, so no one saw anything. Soichigayo, Gunta went on stage. Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gunta. Gunta had climbed up on the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gunta? Yeah, Gunta saw down in tank, but saw no one in there. No one was in there? Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh? No, that's actually a great clue, because if Ryoma's body was hidden in the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means if the tank was empty when Gunta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been in the staircase. What if they squeezed into the space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point, for the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain, to all but Gunta anyway.
Then the culprit would have never considered hiding inside the staircase with a body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster and seems more rational too.
Then Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats. Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase. But where? Where were they hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko. Well, crap, I didn't see it. There must have been a way to enter the tank, then it would have been possible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along. We just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You need a top-notch visual effect to pull that off. And what about the piranhas inside the tank containing? No way. If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten them before we saw it. What if the bodies and the piranhas were separated? Sonia Sansera! Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass plane found in the tank. Pane, I said plane.
Just as I thought.
That's why the piranhas looked more cramped than before. Remember Himiko saying that? Using
the glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank.
So basically, Ryoma dropped into the tank with the piranhas.
In such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time. So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas? Gunta knew it!
What is it, Gunta?
Gunta was above stage when piranhas fell. That's why Gunta sees something no one else could see. When piranhas fell, Gunta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... sploosh, he fell in with them. The bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in.
Huh? Huh?
You know, now that Gunta think about it, Gunta maybe see Ryoma's body. When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body. A certain something? We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method was the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Nah, how could you hide a body like that?
How could the culprit be able to conceal a body in the piranha tank? The crammed piranhas, baby! Made sure that they were facing the glass pane because it was solid all the way around. So as long as you push all the piranhas to the front where the glass pane's showing, you wouldn't see anything unless you viewed it from above, which no one did. It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body. Huh? The piranhas? That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there was way more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fucked like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased because they were all pushed together. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them. The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them. Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
The glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach the lid, so it was no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail. What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful. Sure, the lid looks pretty big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome! With that much evidence, it seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank. Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him. It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet. Okay, but still, that's way better.
That's wonderful news, Himiko. Atua's happy for you.
Apologize, Angie. You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now.
Atua's sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What a petty-ass god.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko, bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
Wha-
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed. But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're all back to square one. And why are we back to square one? Because any of us could be the culprit. Jeez, you flunk out of tard school or something? Nuh-uh, not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet. What alibi? I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand, so let me explain it. Who you calling a dumb pig? If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky. Kokichi brings up a valid point. there's only one time the culprit could have set up this scene. Yesterday during nighttime. Wait, what? Wasn't it? Oh, I guess it was before nighttime. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Because we were all at the insect meet and greet, yada, 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 da, 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 da. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Before nighttime. Just nighttime last night. Jesus Christ. My bad. Sorry. It just happened yesterday. Oh, that's right. Because remember, people witnessed Ryoma. Okay, yeah, no, I'm wrong. Because people witnessed Ryoma at 8 p.m. yesterday, which was before nighttime. All right, sorry, my bad. I'm stupid. I just forgot my facts. It was done yesterday, before nighttime. Ding, ding, ding. The ultimate detective gets it right again. Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday? Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Geez, fine. I'll explain it the itty-bitty pea-brain bitchlet. Bitchlet? First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered. Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off. You talking about my butthole? What? No, she means the alarm. After nighttime passed, morning came, but hiding the body before the show was... Nyahaha! Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement. Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who... Wait. Well, now you're saying it was before nighttime. See, they don't even have their facts correct. Because now he's saying it's before nighttime when it said it should be... Right? Wait. Maybe I'm just confused. No, I guess we did say it was before nighttime. But how would that matter? Like, how would before nighttime and during nighttime matter? That's what I want to know. It happened during nighttime. Like, we can deduce that. Like, that's the correct answer. That someone murdered Ryoma at nighttime. It happened sometime between 8 p.m. yesterday and before the morning announcement. Because they'd have to have hid the body before the morning announcement. So anytime during nighttime, he could have been murdered. Whatever. I'm not going to fight it. I guess I'm the stupid one. Because if we're saying he was murdered before nighttime, then like all of us have alibis, but it could have happened at any time. Because think about it. Remember what Monokuma said. The sirens don't go off for anyone that's not alive. Meaning it could have happened during nighttime. Just saying, but I know the game's progressing at its pace. I shouldn't be bringing that up yet, but just saying, Ryoma could have been hidden in the gym at nighttime. We can't rule that out. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there. So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday. But see, you know, why I'm getting confused? Because you're not supposed to, like, think too early ahead of the game. Because right now the game's trying to usher you into, like, what time they think you killed him, or they killed him. Which they're saying right now is before nighttime. But remember, we have accounts. Ryoma was alive before nighttime. He was alive at 8 p.m. yesterday because both Miyu and Gunta said they saw him while Gunta was trying to catch everyone. And Miyu can attest to that because she saw him as well. So if you're thinking about that, that only gives us an hour before nighttime hits. Or is it 10 p.m. nighttime? No, wait, it's 10 p.m. Never mind, that's 2 hours. I lied. Never mind, that's enough time to kill someone, I guess. But I'm just also thinking, because, like, I'm thinking way too early on the count of the fact of what Monokuma said. And that you could hide a body in the gym at nighttime, even if the gym's closed, because they're technically not alive. They're not a person anymore. They're a corpse. So the sirens wouldn't go off. So I'm just thinking a little too early, so that's why I clicked on during nighttime, because that's the most realistic. Because that's when literally no one had alibis. Unless, like I said, the game's trying to usher us to say that we all walk back to our dorms together after the insect meet and greet. But we could have gone our separate ways, and even us at the insect meet and greet wouldn't have alibis at that time. But I'm assuming we all walked back together. So I'm assuming, like I said, that's why I brought the fact that it's like, if the game is playing its kind of like hand-holding logic, basically anyone who was alone during nighttime yesterday at any point is suspicious. Which would literally be Kokichi for a point, Karumi for a point, Miyu, Gunta for a point. Maybe not Gunta. Kind of Gunta. Because, I mean, he was kind of running around. Ryoma himself, and Maki. So, those are like the top people you probably should be suspecting. Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yeah, now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more? I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. It should be every time we witnessed Ryoma. Which pretty much everything I just talked about is probably going to be brought up now. If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Karumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right? Yes, Gunta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gunta saw Ryoma?
When Gunta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet. So, Gunta think that was maybe 8 p.m.
If he was last seen at 8 p.m., he was killed before nighttime officially began, then we can assume that the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So we all must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period. Yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gunta. If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma,
that would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, Miyu, and also Maki.
Well, Karumi, you would tell the truth even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Beautiful. Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful.
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was also there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know?
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
It is too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise. But Miyu, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you? You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Miyu? The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Oof. See, Maki, I really think it's time you come clean. Stop guarding your research lab. You're just gonna throw yourself under the bus every time. If we never know where the fuck you are at all times, because You could be anywhere. I mean, for me personally, it's like I believe she's guarding. She was there. I don't think Maki did this. As much as she doesn't have an alibi, I don't think Maki did this. First of all, I don't think she has any reason to. Because, I mean, we're going to uncover the reasoning behind the kills and stuff like that. Obviously, has something to do with the motive, with the videos. But I don't think Maki, because she didn't care. She didn't seem to care when we were like discussing, "Ooh, let's watch our videos and shit." She was just like, I don't care about this. I'm just gonna go back to my room. She didn't seem to care, so assuming she probably had someone else's video, just like everyone else, and she probably saw someone's like stupid thing, like, "Oh, Ryoma." She might have had Ryoma's like, "Oh man, Ryoma was a prisoner man" or something. So she probably didn't care. I don't believe she. And second of all, I think whatever she's guarding in her research lab is more important to her than killing, if I'm being honest. She's guarded that secret for like a week now. So, what about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees. Oh damn, I guess I'm a creepy murderer then. What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe. Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi. I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you. Suspect who? Who's the culprit? Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time! Oh great, it's gonna be a panic. Oh wait, I remember now. I do have an alibi. You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses. I am not the culprit! Bum, 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 bum. I do believe I figured out which one it is. So I should get prepared for... I was only there for 5 minutes. Himiko and the others were with me until they left with Gunta. That was 5 minutes before 9 p.m. Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure? You did not stay in the gym. Soichigayo! Kokichi saw her! They met up and they played tag and shit. Tried to grab his ass. No, I think Kurumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gunta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking, and finally let me go at around 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around.
A whole hour?
Well, only for the first half of the hour was a lecture. We played tag for the other half.
Kokichi met Kurumi at 9 p.m. and they were together until nighttime.
Gunta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gunta's lab, I ran into Kurumi.
Oh, yeah. See, I pushed a little too far in ahead of the trial, so I do kind of apologize. I sort of spoilered and kind of refreshed your memory about Monokuma's rule and how he ushered the fact that you could put a dead body in the gym at nighttime. Because we're kind of trying to deduce like when Ryoma was killed, but unfortunately, he could have been killed at any time during nighttime. Unfortunately. I get they're trying to like put Kokichi and Kurumi in the clear here because they saw each other. But I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. I would still suspect them. Kokichi, unfortunately, less so because he did actually come back after he had picked all the lot, because he came back at 11. And if they're saying that he got lectured for till 10 o'clock, I mean, a whole hour to grab everyone's Cubs pads. Yeah, I mean, he had to have grabbed them at some point, so it's like he's not lying about that. I really do think he was just kind of caught up with Kurumi and then immediately like tried to head back after grabbing all the Cubs pads. Because I gotta believe it probably took him around a minute, like, you know, even if it's like 2 minutes, there's what, like 9, 10 rooms he had to go into? That's 20 minutes right there. Just picking locks and getting Cubs pads. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not out of the realm to say that Kokichi probably came back. But as far as anyone else, I really don't think it was before nighttime. I really think it was at any point during nighttime that this could have happened. So unfortunately, I kind of like put that into your mind already, because that's probably going to be latter half trial conversations. Ran into Kurumi.
I'm pretty sure Kurumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes until 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, I forgot. Definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from a hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity. If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes. Transported him to the gym and hid him in the piranha tank. That seems highly unlikely. If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank. But how did she get up there? Gunta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at the other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kurumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other 3 with no alibis.
Miyu, Kaito, and Maki. Gah! You're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspect list.
Right! There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already! One person can be eliminated as a suspect, according to Kokichi. He must be talking about the figure he saw. That certainly would have been an alibi. We need to pin him down. Who was that? And the key to the fact lies in Kokichi, Gunta, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... God damn it. Nude ass bitch! Using your secret womanly charm? Kokichi, you're talking about Miyu, right? What? Miyu?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. You can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds! Wait a sec! Since when does she have an alibi? If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kurumi was lecturing me.
Something odd?
I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked?
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Miyu?
We can't jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me! You know, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen the videos of like dudes wearing women's underwear and then like bending over and like you just see them wearing like a G-string or whatever, but you know, I don't think that's something you really want to like admit, even if it's, you know, whether or not it's true.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Miyu, without a doubt. Miyu and Gunta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gunta see Miyu, but Gunta's face get red hot, so Gunta no could bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? No, she used her, what'd she call it? Secret woman weapon, and then...
Oh, well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that. I see. It sounds like Gunta got an eyeful.
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Miu?
Well, cause, I'm pretty stacked, so...
I figured I'd take off my clothes so Gunta would be too flustered to touch me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches. God damn. Oh no, boobies! Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gunta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Miu was in her underwear and Gunta got weird feeling. So Gunta ran away.
Well, when you got a body of a goddess, it's only natural you'd want to flaunt it. I show my panties to the boys all the time. I mean, wait, what'd she say? All the time. Damn, I missed whatever sexual joke she fucking put in there. So you're welcome, Gunta. Think of me during your next oh, what the fuck? I didn't know you could do this. Whoa! Think of me while you're in your next tug session. Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Miu has an actual alibi.
Yup, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this, in case we need to recall these events again.
Alibis for yesterday, which means now it's gonna be a fucking important clue. That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one? I wonder.
Whoa!
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet! Two prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. I want to believe Kaito. Until he's proven guilty. I will trust him. Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
Nope, we should do something more fun, and I have a perfect idea.
What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right? Since we don't have them randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Work harder?
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will you reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. If we want to find a liar, I suggest that 2 suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring, super fun. We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up. That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
Oop, 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 oop. A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic.
The Mono Cubs.
Our first topic is this. Ta-da!
Oh my god. We can find out Maki's talent. Oh my god. Because she's gonna be in the video. Because the video won't lie about it. That's how he's smoking her out. He's smoking her out. The Cubs pad?
Not just any Cubs pad.
Oh, never mind. He's got Ryoma's. I thought he had fucking, what's her face? I thought he had Maki's. I thought that's how he was smoking her out.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you. So he had his own?
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
Oh no, they had it. One of these two had it? Bum bum bum!
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
The motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? I should know the answer. Oh my fucking god. Oh, he smoked him out. 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 It was Maki's motive video, right?
Wow, how did you ever guess? Oh, I know. It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Suichi? Yes, you're right. And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something. This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the only one is... and the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies. Rip each other apart.
Wait a minute. What are you trying to... Quit screwing around. We don't need a debate who's the culprit. I'm not the culprit. That's for sure. Which means... Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he... But Maki isn't the culprit either. Huh? What? We're all fucking dumbfounded.
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me nor Maki are the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got.
A hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all of our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This ain't just a hunch. It's an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars. I mean, he does got some pretty good hunches. What? How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
I'm too a damned idiot.
Hey, don't call me an idiot! Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
You what?
You believe in her? But based on what? Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything, no matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe it or not, whether I want to believe it or not. That's the only thing that matters. Fuck. Jesus. I'm gonna drink more brand name beverage. Ugh. Alright, we should be good now. So, you do not have any evidence. Only baseless conjecture. But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too. Want to believe, huh? Yeah, I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial. We can't have biased opinions. But, as much as I think it's also dumb to just throw out baseless conjecture, I do also believe in Kaito. I don't think it's Kaito or Maki either. He's an idiot, after all.
It's okay to be idiot as long as you believe in people.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings. It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically, and you can't let your feelings into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Why? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the I believe in you because I want to. Do I need any other reason than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaide? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about it, then I won't be able to believe in people I want to believe in. Believe it. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end. So, I believe in Maki as well. What? That's our Kaito, right? Making us think with our hearts.
Man, you too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to the same crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent. Right on, Suichi! I knew I picked a good sidekick. And, by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them? Unless you have evidence on the contrary, these two will remain
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit. Seriously, that's enough! Stop calling me an idiot! What are you trying to say, Maki? I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So, I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday. What?
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
And there you have it, folks! He was killed during nighttime, thus disproving all our alibis! Bam! We're back on the case, baby! So, Ryoma was still alive at nighttime? I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night! But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime. If that is true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right! Everyone suspected them, because they don't have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspect anymore. Quit fucking around, you think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap? Yes, this seems too convenient. But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious. Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? It's true, we don't have all the facts. But why would Maki say that now, of all times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I?
Bum, bum, bum!
Wee, 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 wee. Oop, boop, boop, boop. It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the Blacken? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Wait a second. What result? Voting time hasn't happened yet.
Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke?
No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro.
Oh man, you're right. Silly me. I'm so forgetful. Wow, I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh? Well, anyway, let's just skip the trial and jump ahead to chapter 3.
Wait a second. We don't know the culprit yet.
Yeah, who killed Rentaro?
That was chapter 1's case. How can you be so forgetful?
Damn it, who killed Rentaro? I don't even fucking know. Still can't believe chapter 1 though.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one. No, and we still haven't narrowed down time because remember, whatever time Maki saw Rentaro would mean that he had to have been killed between there and before nighttime had ended. So we still could have a small time frame to be working with, depending on what Maki says here, if it's true or not. Square one?
If square one, then wouldn't we have to? They wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Wow, what does that mean?
It means it doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument like this one.
I never know what the hell they're talking about anymore.
You shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're the one to talk. Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say. It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received. And you know, actually, she definitely got to be telling the truth. Because that does make sense.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his Remember, Ryoma, before Ryoma got captured, remember how he said, oh, there's still something I need to do? I believe Maki is 100% telling the truth. Yeah, you had his motive video? If I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does that mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know. Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
Because maybe she didn't care and everyone else was kind of like bringing up the fact that it's like, oh, this is what I saw. If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki. He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right? Then who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad? Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have had to be someone who knew who had each pad. Motherfucker. You really trying to throw off this trial, aren't you, you dipshit? That would be Kokichi.
Cubs pads, gotta catch 'em all. I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch their motive video.
You saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his? And this is what Maki meant when she said, I just have to flip it. You got him! Got him! When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts. What happened then, Maki, after Ryoma asked you for his motive video? I told Ryoma just to take it from my room, and I kept my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
I don't like how silent she stayed on that comment. But that's another point to be made.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if I saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it. So, you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap. If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects. If that story is true. It's true. Then why did you wait until now to bring that up? I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected. Suspected? What for? Karumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motives videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion. You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood? It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because we were not in the mood. Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe in Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm. Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testament.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth. Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma? We got him cornered. He's cornered. He's like a lost dog. Hey, yo, what the dog doing? You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
Nope, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted, like, a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose, so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see. Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime. No, we cannot be too sure about that just yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So, you still suspect me. I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
Honestly, Karumi is kind of scary. She got all scary after that last statement. I'm not gonna lie. Mama's dropping the hammer. Come and get some sugar, honey. She's not lying. Can't you just tell by looking at her? If it was that easy, we'd all be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal. Himiko, it breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
That is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying! Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth. Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito. And that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaide did. Are you saying previous night? What a load of crap.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
I still don't even know what the fuck she's saying. Can't prove anywhere. Did anyone see where those two went? Surely someone would have come forward. No one can prove that this meeting took place. Perjury! I literally almost forgot about the lies. Not gonna lie. I get it. I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Actually, please don't say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs. And we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight. Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up. Why'd you sit on that info for so long? Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't need to know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. I knew for certain it would have... If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him. And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's too late for that. And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at that time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I would surely have checked. We are still part of a killing game, after all. Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool. Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gunter will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Suichi has no reason to lie.
Yes, if his lie leads to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right, you can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I believe him too. Belief shall set you free!
I'd be so surprised if Suichi was a liar, especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway. We would...
Why do you, change stances? Dots. But Kokichi probably knows we're lying, so he always knows. Alright, then that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime, but probably because Kokichi knows that Kaide did the same thing and it got to the right answer. She actually like threw herself under the bus by lying. He's probably thinking the same thing, so he's not going to contest us on that. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter. Yes?
So everyone is culprit again?
So we're back to where we started? What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began. I do kind of apologize because, like, I do know where they're trying to usher, like, obviously because I've played the game before. I do know where they're ushering the trial to go to. So I kind of, like, jumped the gun a lot by bringing up the fact that it could have been at nighttime that Ryoma was killed. So I kind of spoiled a little bit of stuff, so I do apologize. I'll be up front right now. I do apologize for that. Kind of like spoiled a little bit how it was going, that it wasn't going to be anyone who didn't have an alibi before nighttime, and why I got that question wrong earlier, because like I know where the trial's gonna go. So that's why I got a little confused. Honestly, it kind of is a little bit harder to play this like a couple times over unless you've like 100% memorized the answers, because you kind of forget that they take it very slow in the beginning, and then the trial like actually gets into the heat in the second half. So, but then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning. But that's not possible! Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So, did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed in the piranha tank? I do not think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened. Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank? When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma at nighttime, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And if it couldn't have been the morning after, that leaves during nighttime. The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh? Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese? Dick Cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym. It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime. Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone. Good to sure if we discuss disagreement. Hold it!
Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present the very own, more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yip! Or yippee! We've been waiting for this! Geez, do you gotta do the whole crazy thing again? It seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All we have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail. I mean, it's cool and all, and it's really flashy, but do we really have to, like, suspend ourselves, like, 50 feet in the air just to, like, debate this out? When was the body put in the piranha tank? The next morning. During nighttime.
The culprit moved the body just before the morning announcement? It was in front of the gym with the others before the announcement.
It is not possible you simply missed the culprit.
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we would have missed them. Remember what the rules stated, you can't enter the gym at night.
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know. Kaito can attest to that one.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage. The pool next to gym also off limits at night. Entering the pool at night is what's off limits, not the pool area itself. But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place? It's okay, because we have Suichi's testimony too. Couch bind. Set. Yeah! Suichigayo! It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body. That window is higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. The curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation. That means it is certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window. However, I'm positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand. That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully. Uh-oh. 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 You know what that means, fellers. That means it had to have been someone setting up the magic show. That's our culprit. We've narrowed it down. And I don't want to say any more, man, but just know that. Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window. The window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor. Ryoma was small. Gunta could have chucked him easily. Are we back on Gunta? Dude, come on. He's like been our biggest, like, ally this trial, like finding everyone's alibis and shit. Yes, but Gunta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies. Being a gentleman has nothing to do with that.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym! You tested it out while you were investigating, Suichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder could not reach the window. It was on stage, and we barely could reach the window. So the ladder itself could not reach. The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you use the ladder on the pool side, it would not make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there's nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? Which means you couldn't have gotten it. If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym. And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. They got to use his target strength to throw the ladder or body or something. Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders. The body could have not been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids in you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gunta.
How'd the culprit move the body from the window? Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits. Do you have an answer then? But of course! Tell him, Suichi. Blow him away with the truth. I don't know that yet. What? The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how. Seriously? Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself, acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks. What are you gonna do, Suichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Suichi. I know I have to do something, but I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it, am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't. I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank. What? Gunta thinks it matter. We do not know culprit's trick unless we figure out. We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed. Where he was killed? Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead? Yes, that's it! We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred!
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? Huh, that's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Oh my god, he's too sweet. He's too innocent, man. He's too innocent. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial. Then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is. That's not a bad idea for a robot. That last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold. Himikawa under the bridge? Sorry, I don't think I get that reference either. If we can determine where all this started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun. Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight. I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice. Okay, no need to fucking rub it in, bitch. Come on. First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death is drowning. There's nothing in the room that could have collected enough water. He's got a toilet, doesn't he? Oh damn, he got swirly.
Drowned in toilet? Impossible.
We should consider the places where water exists. Only the pool is the place that fits. Soichigayo! He has a sink in his other room. And that bitch was like a tub. The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in. Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object, but a living person entered the pool. If a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. And the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me. Oh, quit being so gloomy. There's a year of this is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots. Oh, I don't know sports, man. I don't even, was that football? Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where the water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue.
The frickin' scratch stink! He was killed in his own tub!
If I can find it. Scratch, sink, baby. The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it. Scratch marks on the sink? And I believe those scratches were caused by the handcuffs. He was handcuffed. It's all coming together! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct? And it couldn't have been from the piranhas because they left them intact. Oh yeah, it sort of looked like they were been scraped against something. The piranhas probably wouldn't have like bit into the handcuffs. There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right? We all saw it. Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. He was wearing them. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time. The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma. So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chopped up his entire body, arms, legs, brain.
Stop saying disgusting things! I don't want to hear it!
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when you bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Tsukichi method and get away unless someone ambushed him.
It's possible they not... That's true. Gunta is like one of the most athletic people here. He's very strong and fast, and so if he can dodge him, it'd be very, very hard to get the jump on Ryoma. It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure how that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by. Oh, whoops, don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting, you'll laugh. So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have had enough water to do it, for sure. And plus, he's pretty small. No offense, he's like 3 feet, so... Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not that far. Although perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and gym did the culprit use? The fucking window. The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab. The window? That's right. None of the windows in the school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You can see the gym straight across. Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they couldn't have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. Or they could have thrown. How's that? Mission complete! Your explanation contradicts some things we've discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder. That's right! I apologize. I must go on a journey and reflect on this. We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze possible methods to find the most likely. Dude, oh, here it is. Here's the taxi one. So this is like the drive that you play in the other games, except this time you literally like pick up women as you like get the correct statements. It's kind of funny. Psych taxi. Oh, here we go, baby. Oh, I forgot to accelerate. The body was brought from where? Thinking time. The lab window. Ooh, nice, baby. Now we got a hoochie in our car. Yo, Suichi a player. The body was brought to the gym from where? Thinking time. It would be the gym window. I like how they just be putting me on like the right path. Woo! Good! Whoa! Not Monokuma! Wait, that was a hidden Monokuma! I fucking missed it! No! Damn it! I missed the hidden Monokuma! I was afraid to hit him. How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Thinking time. From window to window! Bum 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 bum! Suka! I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym. Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know? No, I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way. What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it. The culprit must have used some kind of equipment. Huh? Equipment? With this equipment, you can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym. Equipment that connected the windows. I believe it was found near the body. The fucking rope. The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
Except I just revealed it, Angie. Come on,
Sit the fuck down, Atua. Get on my level. I'm the ultimate detective. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery! Only Atua knows the answer.
So during nighttime, someone used the rope and threw it into the gym window? So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows! Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
This rope is roughly 65 feet in length.
As for the distance between the windows, I told you the pool stats did come in handy. The fucking the pool gym stats came in handy because we need to know the length and width and height of the pool. According to the sign on the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total of the length from the window to the other is roughly 50 feet. And the pool is the only thing, only research lab and gym windows. The only thing between research lab and gym windows, my bad. You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, they could toss the rope across, but they're not. No, got to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope? There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
No, I'm sure there was another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. Ooh, baby! Ooh, baby! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so, but how did you use it? How do you use it?
Okay, so
Dude, Gunta's actually gonna explain us knowledge?
first, culprit hang rope outside one window, then culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window.
And then connect them.
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That's how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Thanks, Gunta. That was actually, that was very smart of you, Gunta. Honestly. That was really smart of him. I'm happy for him. Gunta, very helpful. He is very helpful. I love Gunta.
Wow, that's amazing, Gunta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Gunta used ropes a lot when looking for bugs. Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it. Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration. We get it. Just tell us already. They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other like Tarzan.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Tarzan?
But, they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope. Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used. Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get the body in the piranha tank. They would have just thrown it. The trick was super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it. No second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? All we know is that now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close enough to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what would that be? What could they have done? All right, Suichi, the stage is finally set. What? Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You'll be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And together, we're gonna save everyone. Together? You got this. All right, my sidekick? I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you. Yeah. Okay, I can do this. Thanks, Kaito. Patting me on the back and shit. Also, he's got a really fucking dope ass coat. I just realized that. He's got like space inside the coat. That's really dope. I didn't even realize that. It took me till now to realize that. That's pretty cool. Kaito's a cool guy. I'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think. Hangman's Gambit. Actually, I think this was also a lie. They created a ropeway. Yes, that's it! The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body. A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got brain damage or something? Yeah, I do got brain damage, but that's besides the point. You need some kind of vessel to use a ropeway, and we don't have that. No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the ropeway. Oh, here we go. This is the mind game. You have to like unveil the picture by like playing like a little game of not like Minesweeper, but like I don't know, like connect the puzzle piece things. Yo, we're gonna be playing some freaking Minecraft. How do I want to start this? This one's looking kind of good. They use the inner tube. Yes, sir, because it was found in the pool. It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool. The inner tube? Remember the inner tube we found inside the pool with the rope on the side? Maybe the rope was originally tied to both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. Oh my god! The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube and moved the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way, they'd be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene. Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway? You said the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against the rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not? Last time we got asked this question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is... Wait, who asked you last time? Wait a minute. What the fuck does he mean by that? Hold on. Who the fuck asked him that if it's okay to have a body part in the gym at nighttime? It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan. No shit! Way to put your foot in your mouth. His foot? Minosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg. You cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you keep freaking out about it. Then your little slip-up is actually the truth. Pops? Uh-oh, Daddy's mad at you. Huh? Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time. No, do not bully Monosuke. Huh? No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want all of us to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less gratitude and more gratitude. Or less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why'd you gotta ruin it with a slip-up? But I guess now we know Suichi's logic is right on the money.
So, culprit really used ropeway to move body? Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window. Ropeway murder? That's some crazy ass shit. But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away? Not necessarily. All they'd have to do is untie it. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step. And ditching the cable in Ryoma's lab.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool. Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we were all slumbered. But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool? Because they couldn't retrieve it. I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes, when the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it. Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool? The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. It was nighttime. You can't enter the pool at nighttime. Even if they wanted to get in, they couldn't because this took place at nighttime.
I see! They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in the pool is so low.
You wouldn't be able to wrangle it.
Even if one tried to draw the inner tube using the rope.
They would just come back.
The steep angle of the rope would be at
The steep angle the rope
would be at would make it nigh impossible. It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work. Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can't see why they just leave it there. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long, and they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit is a real fucking amateur.
No, actually, save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki's telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such bold, beautiful plan. I never imagined there was a ropeway. Respect beings to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial to solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it? Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here's on a roll right now, so let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Suichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Suichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes. I have a good idea of who the culprit is. Fuck, man. Hey, Suichi! Are you hesitating again? What? Come on, man. There's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats. You believe in my detective skills? That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Suichi. Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup had been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. You were the chosen one! You said you'd be the waifu of this game, not kill someone! Bring balance to the trials, not leave them in darkness! You were my mother, Kurumi! I loved you! She's the only one that was by herself preparing the gym. There's one more thing I still have to confirm, but Kurumi is the prime suspect. Me? What? Kurumi?
Oh, so Kurumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first. Is that true, Kurumi? I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice. The wrong choice? If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with my might, for everyone's sake. I want to believe you, Kurumi, but sadly, I, of course, am not the criminal. The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you? An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one. I have evidence that proves you're the culprit. Do you think we would fall for such nonsense? The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work, but someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off. It could have been done by anyone! No, it couldn't have! Soichi Gaio! We all had alibis but you! You spent 5 minutes in the gym by yourself. Enough time to set up a glass pane. No, the only person who could have prepared this murder is Kurumi. Well, the preparations in the gym, in that case. And why do you believe that? Before the culprit could put in the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken. Like tying the rope in the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank. That's right, Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done by when Kurumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime. But Kurumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes. Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie a rope to the window frame and put the pane in the piranha tank. Nah, she's gonna try and stop me now. While I do understand where you're coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination, an empty theory created by nihilism. Keep in mind, she's also freaking out right now, so yeah, I'm sorry, Kurumi. I don't mean to do this. You were my mother, Kurumi! I loved you! I suppose 5 minutes would have been enough, I accept that, however. Dude, I can't. How the fuck are you supposed to read these, man? You're in case entirely. Advance. What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess? Fuck it. I may just slash it. Yada yada yada. Ah, fuck it. Just slash it. There is evidence! The marked window frames! I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and lab. Were those scratches from the rope was tied to the window frame? Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. But because there was a body and another person carried on it, the rope was tied to the frames, must have just been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks. Those scratches are proof that you used the rope to carry the body to the windowsill. Oh no, now she's dejected.
Oh, what's wrong, Kurumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kurumi quiet cause that's what happened? Please answer us, Kurumi! Suichi is doing this for your sake! If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that! Because I must do this for everyone! For everyone? I have a duty and a responsibility! I must serve everyone and protect them! So I refuse to surrender! They won't forgive me if I do! What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what did she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? And am I wrong? Is Kurumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again? Hey, Kurumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? Kaito? I've just got a weird feeling about this. You said everyone. Felt like you weren't talking about us. Felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here. Someone who isn't here? Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kurumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true? I am sorry for making such a fuss. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary. Unnecessary? Are you saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about? It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaide. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So, please believe me. You have to. Kurumi? Are you totally sure Kurumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are you sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude! Gunta just can't believe Kurumi would kill Ryoma.
Kurumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom. Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike. You really screwed up. Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell. Suichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with insufficient proof. It is possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder. When you put it that way, it does seem possible. We can't accuse Kurumi just based on alibis!
Guys, maybe suspecting Kurumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaide, so I'm not turning back now. They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it. So you still believe that I am the culprit? But there is no evidence that indicates I am... No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kurumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, there was a final clue. This final clue falls into place. The final clue? The damning evidence that proves Kurumi is the culprit. Suichi, won't you please tell me why you're so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone? I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Suichi. Then you're wrong! Your deduction is all wrong! Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth. What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't let everyone's lives be... You can't bet everyone's lives on deductions made by self-righteous brat. You can't save everyone. No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. The black piece of fabric. Solidifying the case that Kurumi is the culprit. That piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the Clash trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of this puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of. Huh? Why not? Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction. Yeah, so what? You're still wrong! Your logic is flawed! Kurumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash! You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that! No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit. Finding out how the black fabric fits into this is key to everything. I'll make it clear now. Oh, dude, she's got like a badass fit. Oh, I gotta hold it? Oh, shit, I'm fucking up. There we go. Ah! The black fabric was Kurumi's gloves! Oh, damn. I really just stripped her, didn't I? The black piece of fabric came from Kurumi's black glove. Ah!
Kurumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded. Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. one got all torn up from the friction and it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kurumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm. The extra uniforms in our rooms made of the same material are made of the same material we're wearing now. We could test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap to your glove. Well, Kurumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kurumi, what's wrong? In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth because it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it and kept thinking and kept going on. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it. I will show you the truth.
Let's get her done, baby!
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit orchestrated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and remove the glass lid and put it inside the tank. They used the partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. and shoved his head into the sink, filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. Then pulled until the rope was taut, and then tied it from the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on their inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid towards the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of the glove tore off and dropped into the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together they concealed the body. After that, the culprit had all they had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kurumi Tojo, the ultimate maid? God damn, dude. Kurumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections? This is very, very unfortunate, Suichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kurumi!
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she wouldn't have used them if they were available. Geez, Monokuma provided everything but gloves. It's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided. The case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth. We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects. That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick kid.
All right, let's go. The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless finally face off. It's voting time.
God damn it. And she was the waifu of the game, man. It's saddening. You were my mother, Kurumi. I loved you.
Now then, it seems the voting is finished. Let's see the result. What the fuck? Who voted for me? Wait a minute. Hold on. Who the fuck?
Was it Kurumi?
That bitch! She voted for me! You defected from us, you fucking hoe bag! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Sadly, Kurumi, the only request you couldn't fulfill is saving yourself. That was a pretty good one, right? Come on. I mean, you gotta give me some credit a little bit. All rise. Yo, did I A+ it? I know there was a couple instances where I, like, fucked up because, like, dude, one of the truth bullets was just not, like, going through. I tried to shoot that statement, like, 4 times. It just was not working. And then, I made the answer the question one, I fucked up and kind of like got ahead of myself in the trial and sort of brought up the fact that he was actually killed during nighttime. So I do apologize. I kind of just spoiled like part of the trial because like you're not supposed to deduce that until like you get to that part. So maybe I should just keep my big mouth shut and let you all this. But like then there really wouldn't be any commentary, you know? That's what like is disappointing. Like it's hard to commentate on something you know the answer to a little bit. Because it's like you kind of really just have to stick with cracking jokes and not like, you know, oh man, who could it be? Because like at the end of the day, I'm just going to end up spoiling everything, but it's whatever. I'm sure it was still an enjoyable trial, because it was. Aside from the fact that Kurumi's now going to die.